YouTube, what the crap's going on? I know it's been a while, but welcome back to the War of Independence on Empire Total War. And we're going to pick up where we left off, which was going to be taking our navy and sailing towards Louisburg, Arcadia, up here, against France. And I was told that they have a navy, and so I'm kind of going overkill with my own. I'm recruiting 4 more 5th rates just to be certain that I don't get killed in the process. And then I'm going to actually... oh, man, it looks like I could get to this French fort. Maybe I'll take my navy forward, and I'll see if I can get General Washington up here to Fort Carillon, or Carillon, and Iroquois territory. So we'll take General Washington in that direction, and then, like I said, my navy's finishing training. It's going to take them a couple more turns. It looks like we're making our way here to the French fort, and we have our path blocked. There's a large French force in the area, consisting of huge numbers of light cav, it appears. And I should be able to hold my own against them, even though I don't have a lot of cav. Light cav's not particularly good against infantry.
Make ready for battle.
And on the... oh, there's a French fort, or actually it's a British fort there. I'm going to march around it, and then I'll besiege them and see if I can force the French to either surrender or come out and fight me. I don't want to do another huge siege battle. I've done a couple of those. Who knows? We'll see if they come out after me. I don't know how aggressive the AI gets here. 2 more turns and I'll have all the fleet that I want. Here we go. And we're going to, number 1, demand that they surrender, which I know they won't. And then we're going to continue the siege and see if they'll come out and attack me. Let's end this turn. See if there's any, I don't see any buildings up that I need to complete. So we're good for now. And it won't let me do any research. There's nothing I need to do in diplomatic relations. How many turns till these guys surrender? 1 more turn till they surrender. I wonder if they're going to actually fight me or if they're going to just go to surrender. That's going to be terrible if they refuse surrender and then allow themselves to be sieged to death. Nope, they're going to come fight me. That's good. So George Washington's going up against Zachary Trotter, apparently. Let's fight this. But yeah, I guess they're sallying out against me rather than being forced into submission. And I have a lot more infantry than the French do, so I'm feeling pretty strong about my position. And the only units I have that won't be so great at handling the French cavalry will be my light units. So I'm actually thinking about putting my light units in the center and then putting my heavier infantry units towards the flank, because I'm guessing the French cavalry will probably want to work on the flanks. I don't really remember what the AI does in Empire Total War, so I can't remember. But it is on the very hard difficulty, which means that when it comes to just shooting 1 for 1, the enemy will win that, because they're going to have a lot of buffs. I do have a huge artillery advantage, though, and I'm going to hope to shoot down some of the French cavalry with it. I think they have to sally out against me, though, since they're in the fort. Let me look for a good artillery position. Thinking back here on this hill, they have a good line of sight. They do. They have a good line of sight down into the fort opening. So this is going to be my artillery positioning back here, I believe. So let's get my 3 24-pounders. And I'm going to unlimber them here. And that gives them range basically up to the wall of the fort. Not quite as far as I want. Though, you know what? This isn't a bad position here. It's wooded, which is more obstruction, but at least this actually gives me a shot at the wall of the fort as well. And I can try and pound the enemy while they're coming out to face me. Let's see. I'm going to leave my cannons in the center of my formation. Again, I don't really remember what to expect out of the French as far as maneuvering-wise, like what they're going to try to do. So let's just put my men in a formation to protect my cannons. I have a light enough line that I think I can handle most of the French lines. Maybe what I'll do is... yeah, I'll take all my... I'm going to put all my light infantry to one flank. And I'm going to keep both my horse units behind my lines for safety. Right behind my artillery. Yeah, and I'll put all these guys to one flank, just to try and create a big outflanking maneuver if necessary. But let's go ahead and fight this in the deployment, and let's see what the French are going to do. Looks like my cannons are going to open fire. There's a French cannon right outside the fort. Curious to see what my cannons fire at. I have them on fire at will. I don't really have an angle on these horsemen. I'm guessing the French are going to sally their troops out of the fort first. Ooh, barrage of cannon fire. And the first one actually kills one of the horse teams for their artillery. It looks like they're going to return fire at my infantry with no noticeable effect there. Their light cav is cresting the ridge though, so I do believe I'm going to open up on their light horse with my cannons. So that's where I'll put my focus for now. Let's see if I gain any hits on these light horse. Man, I do love Empire Total War. Some of you want me to try out the Darth mod for this game. I've never tried it out. Maybe I can do that one of these days for throwback. We can take a look at a Darth mod campaign. Really miss the multiplayer on Empire Total War, as crazy as that may sound to some of you. Nice. Yeah, if they ever cleaned up the effects on Empire Total War, made them a little more dramatic, that would be pretty cool as well. But yeah, I'm going to let my artillery continue to fire. Oh, I don't have canister shot, unfortunately. Don't know what the French cav's doing, but they're definitely marching straight towards my artillery. And yeah, the rest of their troops are sallying out. Well, trying to sally out. Again, CJI having some pathfinding issues. Some type of weird French custom there. Wow, their light cav is getting hammered by my artillery right now. And if they continue to move too close, my infantry is going to be able to gain shots at them. I'm considering whether or not I need to blast open the fort doors in order to help the French get out. They are able to get out over here. Same thing happens to me, so I actually feel the AI's pain at this point, and their horsemen are just kind of like leisurely walking towards my lines, and they will get shot. Oh wow, that horse unit just got creamed by a point-blank volley of 12-pound artillery or 24-pounder artillery. Oh, their fort opened for them, so it's too bad I didn't have a volley ready for my cannons right there. Looks like the French troops are going to move up on me. I'm going to keep firing on their horsemen for the moment because they're an easier target for my 12-pounders. And I feel pretty confident that I can outflank and destroy their infantry. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and start moving all these lights into position. Oof. Another decent hit here with more horsemen going down for the French. Yeah, these guys are taking some pretty stiff losses to my artillery right off the bat. It looks like they've got this one unit here doing heaven knows what in the fort, some kind of strange parade formation there. Maybe it's like a celebration of their certain doom. Let's see. Where's the French bodyguard? Does it come out into... I don't see the French bodyguard just yet. Okay, the French cavalry is actually charging my line now, so they're going to get hosed right here. So, my line infantry opens up a volley, and I said the French were charging my line, but they didn't continue to charge. So they got hit pretty hard here, taking copious amounts of musket fire. Though they're still alive. I'm going to intercept them with my own light cav here, because they're probably trying to make their way to my cannons. Oh, they walked right in front of my cannons, though, when they fired off a barrage. I need to get my cannons to quit firing, though, because I'm going to kill my own horsemen. Alright, some native irregulars are about to engage me in the center. And I think I'm going to take my light cav into the native irregulars. They actually have a small range advantage on me. Actually, there's a French light horse in my way that just got into one of my artillery pieces. Actually, we're doing fine for now. I'm going to just get all my men ready to fire over here. It looks like some of their horsemen coming into range of my rangers over here, so they're going to get shot as well. They should have charged my men. Their light horse would actually do well against most of these soft targets, but I've got their horses boxed in now. And I kind of staggered my positions just a little bit here. So yeah, their horsemen are going to eat quite a bit of fire on this flank. And then in the center, let's see. The French pushed back my artillery crews, but we can bring in a massive flanking maneuver here. And they are charging in their cavalry everywhere they get the chance, but not real successfully for them. And I'm just going to keep turning and laying down fire on their cavalry that's engaged, and then I'll start to wrap up their other flank too. We've already pushed back the French horsemen over here. I'm going to push up a little closer. Yeah, the fight down the center is still going on. Yeah, French infantry's taking some pretty serious losses in the center. And what I'm going to do at this point actually is go ahead and bayonet charge. Or I don't have bayonets, I don't guess, just yet. But I'm going to charge nonetheless. Real men don't need bayonets. They can club their opponents to death. Okay, I'm going to pull up all these forces behind the French. So we got a nice bayonet charge off. We got one more French position coming up on our flank here. And then looks like they've got their artillery piece and a few more forces coming out. Yeah, I got a nice solid bayonet charge against these native irregulars. That's going to hurt them. Those guys aren't meant for that kind of fight. They're more of a skirmish unit. I'm actually going to let my rangers shoot it out with these French troops. And then I'm going to take this unit and bayonet charge here. Looks like our bayonet charge is going to be pretty successful up the center. There's one French unit here. I'm going to hit it from the flank with my Colonial Light Horse. And it looks like we could use some support over here. So yeah, hit those French Marines. Washington is still safe for now. Let's bring him up. Need to support over here. Looks like we broke the French flank. So let's pull them around and see if we can make this route contagious. We're going to need to envelop these French Marines here. They're actually putting up a really strong fight. French forces are probably better in melee than my own. But that rear charge will finish them off, and then we'll need to do something similar over here. Let's get clean around behind these guys, and then let's push this flank over here. Alright, so how's the fight in the center is going well? We've got these guys wavering, and we've pushed back pretty much all the French troops here. Sweet. Those French Marines are getting countercharged now too. Got the French in a general retreat here. And I'm going to move to flank this last remaining French Marine unit. And let's bring in our Colonial Light Cav, see if we can finish chasing these guys down. Yeah, really just wanted to get the first few volleys, solid volleys, and then finish everything off with a good stout melee charge for good measure. Looks like all the French units came out of the fort too. So we'll just go capture the fort. And this last French unit here is routing. So now all French units on the battlefield are in surrender except for the artillery piece, which I'll run down right here. And it just got a decent shot there. Let's watch my horsemen coming on the charge. There is no unit cam, unfortunately, in Empire Total War. Let's bring my rangers into combat here too. This will be fun. Oh, all these units though need to be off fire at will, or else they're going to shoot my own horsemen. Okay, so the French artillery being mauled by rangers and horsemen. Nice cooperative effort here. So that is actually the last French unit that was on the battlefield that wasn't routing. So I don't know if that's a victory condition or if I actually have to take the fort. Nope. So we do have victory. Let's end the battle. Heroic victory there. Of course, it was against the AI, so I won't take too much credit in this particular case. Man, I love the loading screens on Empire Total War 2. They are awesome. Let's see, yeah, huge victory for me there. Let's take a look at the battle statistics just out of curiosity. Line infantry, rangers, get 98 kills there. Those rangers, not bad. Colonial militia, 24 pounder with 44 kills there. Turned out well. Okay, so we have taken control of the French fort in Iroquois territory. So that's pretty dang sweet. Let's repair this site and then retrain my army. There are a few French forces still in the neighborhood, but they should be able to be handled by the British troops in the area. And it looks like my navy is complete. Let's take it and begin sailing to Arcadia and see what we can find up there. There may be a French fleet in the vicinity. At least I'm told there is. I haven't played this in a while, so I don't quite remember. Looks like the French troops trying to retreat to the edge of the map. We can go ahead and build a town center there. Let's see if we can find a... Oh, there's a French fleet. Yeah, there's 2 French fleets here. This one's got a whole bunch of brigs. I've got a lot of 5th rates, so we should be able to win this fight. So let's fight this French fleet here, and then we should be able to get closer to moving up to Arcadia and seizing it. And that should open the next chapter once we get to that point. You do have to use fast forward sometimes in the Empire naval battles. It can take a while to move into position. I think they start you a little too far apart at the beginning of these battles. I wish they would start you in a little bit closer together. I'm going to use a formation here. Toggle ship grouping. And then where's the formations? Line astern. We'll just see how line astern works. Actually, let's use this crescent envelope. Alright, here we go. Start deployment. I wasn't paying attention to where the French deployed, apparently. Like I said, this is where fast forward will come in handy. The French have deployed clear over here. So I'll need to move my formation around. All your ships do move in formation fairly well on Empire Total War. The French are moving in line astern. I want to try and get down both sides of their line. Though, I don't know, if I went into line astern, may not be a bad idea because they're in a line astern formation, which means that I don't want to give their cannons opportunity to shoot me from both sides. I'm going to move into line astern formation. I don't know how well your men change formations on here, but we'll see. Looks like I actually have a decent wind, too. Won't really be at my back, but it'll be in a decent position. But the French are going to try and move to gain a better wind position. They do have a better wind position at the moment, I think. So maneuverability-wise, it'll help them a little. Oh man, if you put the Diggy's artillery and smoke mods on, which I should have taken the time to do that. Next time I play an Empire Total War, I'll put Diggy's mods on. They make the naval battles and the artillery fire, or the regular battles, so much better. So yeah, the French just have these brigs, and then I'm using these 5th rates, which are a ship of the line. So I don't know much about naval vessels from this time period, but from what I know of the game, I have the French pretty heavily outmatched here. Outgunned pretty seriously too. They've only got 18 cannons per ship, and I've got 48. So yeah, French brigs are going to be really eating it. I'm going to let my ships just kind of fire at will for the moment. Just kind of come around the French line, and then I'll bring my line astern formation to circle around and keep firing. Right now, yeah, the French are eating a lot of fire. This vessel's taking pretty heavy damage. Yeah, returning fire, but oh, right there they're going to get shot from behind too. I could have tried to demask some of the French units too, but I think we'll be alright. Not particularly concerned about it. We got this little sloop right here. Or no, that's a brig. I thought it was a sloop. Had its sails in a different position though. Okay, I'm going to fast forward on around, bring my guys around for another attack. Yeah, we've got the French kind of encircled at the moment. Don't know what they're doing with this sloop back here. Mont Blanc. Looks like it's running away. It's too bad we don't have the Pachysima Trinidad here. 122 gun ship of the line or whatever it is. Santissima Trinidad. Was that on Napoleon or was it on this one? I can't remember. That was one awesome ship though. I remember using it in a video though where Apache was manning it and it caught on fire and blew up and caught on some enemy ships on fire as well. Wow, their brigs are taking a hammering. They're getting pounded. And I'm about to get position on them again once my guys come out of this this maneuver. The French still kind of running away from me, but they're sailing upwind right here, so they're not going to make good progress. So I'm just going to bring my ships around for another run. Go ahead and fast forward for just a second until I get my men back in line. Here we go. Let's actually line up a broadside on this vessel. And I'll fire a broadside myself on this French brig, try and get you some certain close-up action. Enemy admiral's dead. Ooh, rear broadside into the French brig. So that went nicely. Hopefully I don't lose my general. This ship here is under some pretty heavy fire right there. Actually just lost some guns and some men. Let's get my formation reselected. These brigs have more hull strength than I expected. Because my 5th rates seem like they're taking damage just as quick as the... check it out, the French sloop. It came under too much fire. The Mont Blanc is going down with her men. And then this ship just took some heinous rear fire there too. I'm just going to keep my formation kind of moving with the wind here. And I love the naval battles in these games. And again, with Diggy's artillery and musket sounds. Oh! That would be the powder magazine. That was sweet. That is why I love naval battles. The naval battles in Empire, Napoleon, and then Fall of the Samurai are just beautiful. Like the graphics and the explosions and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I'm just going to keep my line astern formation moving here. This French just, that French ship just surrendered. Let's see, this one's still fighting. Wow. The poor Mont Blanc. Her men going down to visit Davy Jones. I'm about to get more ships online with this brig. Oh yeah, and they're about to take rear fire from this 5th rate behind them, so that's going to be brutal. That's got to hurt your morale. Plus, I would think possibly destroy their rudder. Yep, they've surrendered as well. So all the French ships have now surrendered, and that's going to be a big victory for the colonial navy. And it should leave the path to Arcadia open. There is one more French fleet, and we captured some of their units as well, and some prize money. Sweet. I'm open to prize money. I guess we robbed what was left of their ships. And they do have one small fleet still here that's got a sloop and a brig. Let's see if we can catch them. I'm going to auto-resolve this one since we just fought that one. It's going to be an easy victory for us. And then I'm going to send this fleet back to retrain. So we'll send them back to port. And then we will continue the fight against the French on foot. This army should be retrained soon. I'd like to go capture the final French objective here. Let's destroy this army that's out here in the woods. I think this is another auto-resolve. Get rid of them, and then head back into the city and retrain my men. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Have to retrain my ships. And we finished constructing our building. Letter of demands from Iroquois territory. Shouldn't be a big deal though. Let's see, Navy. Retrain. Alright. Oh, I didn't take the captured French units. I didn't really need them. I forgot you need to add them and say that you actually want to take them when you capture them, but not a big deal. Alright, my troops are retrained. And let's see if we can continue the march up to Louisburg. Getting pretty close to our objective now, and we should have a big fight. Workers on strike in Iroquois territory. Yeah, I probably need to mess with their taxes here. Let's see if we can do that. Hang on. I'm trying to remember how to mess with the taxes. Where are my finances? I can't even mess with finances. What are you talking about? Well, you can't do it on here, can you? No. Is it government? Policies? Yeah, policies. Here it is. Alright, so exempt that region from tax. Keep them from wanting to rebel. Okay. There we go.
Yes, sir.
And I did see a pretty large French force up here, so we ought to have one more good fight before we hit Louisburg. There they are, path blocked. There is a French fort in my way. I'm going to siege the fort. First I'm going to demand that they surrender, of course. Always demand the surrender. I'll be honorable and give them the chance to give up. And I'm going to force them to either come out and fight me or to be destroyed, basically. Let's see, how's this territory still kind of coming around, so I won't turn the taxes off just yet. Well, the French did not come out and fight against me, so they lost their fort. And I took it without losing any men, because they got sieged out. That wasn't real smart. And Arcadia is now in my sights. Whoa, that is a lot of French troops around Arcadia. Huge numbers of light cav. That's weird. Huge numbers of light cav. So this is going to be a big fight. Big fight. I'm going to continue the siege, force the French to come attack me. And here they come. So let's go ahead and fight this, and this will be the end of this episode. Gonna head and just finish off this chapter while we're here. Had some nice battles here. To place any dependence upon militia is assuredly resting upon a broken staff. Hey, I don't know if that's entirely true, President Washington, because if y'all haven't ever read the story about the Battle of Cowpens, that is a cool story. I'm sure that fans of Colonel Tarleton's Light Dragoons, or if he was a colonel, I can't remember if he was a colonel or not. I may be getting confused with the fake character that was in the Patriot, but yeah. Tarleton's Light Dragoons that he commanded came up against Captain, I know it's going to sound kind of funny, I believe it was Captain Morgan. He was in command of what he called Morgan's Provisional Rifle Corps, and they had a battle at a place called Cowpens, and don't remember exact locations. I need to go read about it again myself, but it was a very cool story. Tarleton was an extremely capable military commander, and Morgan was able to defeat him using some interesting tactics that did definitely rely on militia, which is why I was taking exception to President Washington's quote there. Though I think that they learned many times that militia standing against British regulars in the War of Independence was utter foolishness, as it usually did not end well. And who can blame them? I mean, it would not be a fun sight to watch as an irregular, just watching all the British troops marching towards you. So the French are going to have to sally out of the fort and fight me, so I'm going to let them do so. And I'm going to fire on them pretty heavily with my artillery in the meantime. I'm going to wait, though, until I see good shots. Here's all their cav, or quite a bit of it out here at least. I think what I'll do is put my men in this kind of high ground here. And then let's take 2 more of these units and spread them out thinner on this line. And then with the men on the high ground above me, they should be able to fire over the heads of my guys. Let's spread these guys out wider. In fact, we can go pretty wide here. Because they can't fire by rank, so might as well spread them thin. And I'm going to go ahead and put these guys on the hill. Let's put these guys back here as well. Just my militia. Alright, let's see what the French are up to. Looks like just trying to sally out their troops. I think I hear one of their cannons firing off somewhere. Though I'm not sure where it's at. Let's find it. See if it's of any threat to me. I don't believe so. They've got a 24-pounder out here. I don't know if my cannons, they don't have range to the French units over here. Though it's possible we could get lucky. Where is that cannon unit? Oh, here it is. It's hitting its own fort wall. Nice job. Okay, let's take these units. We've pretty well got this choke point handled. Let's put Washington behind these militia. Take these guys and let's handle this choke point here in case the French try to use it. And then let's put some guys on this cliff side here. Okay, just trying to take a extremely good defensive position, and I think we have one. The French are going to be very hard pressed. They could potentially get around me right there, but I don't think they will. There's a lot of untraversable terrain here, and I'm actually thinking about moving these Rangers up on this terrain. Light infantry ought to do well up there anyway. The French are continuing to shoot their own fort wall to pieces. Oh, that shot dang near got me. Actually, it did get me. Impressed. Ricocheting a cannonball off your own wall. Okay, I see a French light cav target of opportunity here. I'm gonna shoot it with my cannons. Hopefully my cannons don't kill my own men. I think my own men are going to be below their line of fire. Still would be an unpleasant place to be. We definitely hit the French units there. Oh, missed with those shots though. I can't. One of the things I love about Empire Total War is when you get what is it, canister shot or no. I think I'm trying to remember what it is. Is it canister shot? I don't know. It's like some kind of shrapnel, like long range shrapnel shot. It is sweet. No, I don't think it's canister shot. I can't remember what it's called on the game, but it is definitely nice to have. It's one of the later technologies that you can unlock for artillery. And I think that 12 and 24 pounder artilleries, and sometimes horse artillery can have it as well. French cav units wavering from losses, and it looks like the French are still trying to sally out all their troops, so I'm going to fast forward so that we can get down to business. I'm going to halt my cannons. And it looks like their troops continue to sally out. Their horses are kind of coming a little too far forward, in my opinion. I'm going to open fire on them with my cannons. Again, hopefully I've got appropriate positioning with my cannons. I am worried I'm going to kill some of my own men. Looks like my men are safe for now, though. I don't know if I really have an appropriate line of attack. The town over here is going to come under inadvertent artillery fire. Let's change our target to this unit. Actually, there's some better targets up here. Let's fire at the ones in front of me. My Rangers will be able to control this hill pretty easily. A huge height advantage up here. And these guys have long range compared to standard units. So I'm going to spread them out into nice long lines. And then I'm actually going to bring my light cav up here to support my Rangers since they'll be somewhat vulnerable. Let's see, my cannons firing at the French cav in the main area. That's good. Yeah, the French are going to be hard-pressed to actually beat me out of my defensive position. I think I've got a pretty great position here. Any of their horsemen attempting to come up that hill are going to come under heavy fire from my Rangers from an uphill position. And then these guys are going to be able to provide flanking fire to anybody who attacks this position. So I'm feeling pretty confident about the position that we have here. These French cavalry probably trying to get to my artillery, and they're going to come under fire. No chance of survival here. I'm surprised they made it to my line intact. Let's choose the next target. I'm going to start targeting some of these French Marines that are making their way down towards me. Let's see, the French flank over here. Coming up closer to my flank, some more horsemen trying to get around my flank and failing to do so, being cut down by musket fire. So yeah, like I said, this defensive position is going to be a good one. I don't really think the French have a chance of surviving this. And now they just came into line of fire from my Rangers and got hit pretty hard. Though they are going to make it to my Rangers alive, I think. Nope, they broke. Good. I'm keeping my light cav here just in case, because the French cavalry could potentially wreak havoc on my Rangers. This unit's going to come under fire from two different units, so they should get picked off. Rangers are pretty accurate for early units. There we go. Yep, so my defensive strategy holding up for now. I got some French Marines back here. Okay, let's change my artillery fire to this unit, which is more exposed. But we did get a few hits on that, and they're going to come up against my choke point that's well defended here. Let's bring these militia units over here. Just provide extra fire. Okay. So yeah, the French trying to make their way around and find some kind of line of attack, it looks like, on my position. AI usually likes to come at your flank, if I remember right. But they're not really going to find one here. They're just under heavy artillery fire. And I actually think I'm going to try and hit the French bodyguard with my artillery at this point. I'm going to take the honorable route and shoot down their captain. Oof, native irregulars getting shot by my Rangers from the hill. they're almost in range of my line infantry here as well. In fact, I'm going to move up, widen out my line a little bit there. Yep, the native irregulars are firing on me. And they're just outside the range of my rangers at this point. I'm going to move up with my rangers just a smidge. Okay, and it looks like the French Marines might be trying to get around my flank over here, but I'm feeling confident in my rangers' position on that hill. And then these Native American irregulars ought to be taking some pretty hard fire. Plus, I forgot I have this cav unit up here. Let's bring it to bear. Yeah, they're going to get hammered. Let's see, this choke point up here, French troops getting hit pretty hard. Let's get on their flank. Just line up all my men here. And then the main line, they've moved up their Native American irregulars here. And they're coming under a pretty heavy barrage of missile fire as well. Did we rout the French bodyguard? No. We only did minimal damage to it. Looks like my horsemen dragged some of my rangers down the hill with them into those Native American units. Let's engage these French Marines. There we go. Okay, we beat the French out of this choke point over here. Let's move up on their flank. And there's a whole bunch more French troops on this flank, actually quite a few. But yeah, these French Marines are now going to be surrounded by my Rangers, though line of sight is still somewhat questionable. My light cav is actually dying to those irregulars. I might melee charge them. These guys are gonna get cut down though, they're just under too much fire. My cannons managed to push back those irregulars. And let's see, what is this? There's a French cav unit harassing me over here. Let's shoot it with our militia. I'm gonna come in all the way behind these guys. Oh, we're being threatened on the flank over here by a French cav unit. But we managed to pretty much destroy those Marines. They came under heavy, heavy fire. But their cav is hesitating to charge me for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. That's not smart. I'm going to take my own cav back up a little. Okay. Yeah, these guys have already routed too. Under flank fire. Oh, it looks like a French unit intercepted me here, a horse unit, and then I've got another Native American light cav, or no, there's a light cav mixed with that returning Native American irregular unit. I'm gonna actually rear charge these. Well, no, because I got French cav absolutely all around me right now. And those Marines got shredded by my Rangers. They'll probably come back from routing, though. Let's actually get an attack order here. Yeah, we're winning the fight everywhere, but let's go ahead and start reallocating some troops. Okay, managed to destroy those guys. There's a regrouped regiment of Marines over here. I think I'm gonna just melee charge them. Alright, so yeah, there's a lot of fighting going on all over the map, actually. I'm gonna stop and shoot those cavalry, actually. My guys should have a volley ready. Fire, fire, fire! Fire! Okay, good. Cut down a few of those cavalrymen, and got a few more again with this unit. The French are trying to avoid me with their cav. Understandable. Oh, this French cav unit just got behind me. My Rangers are gonna eat it pretty hard right there. And I'm actually losing a unit over here. Let's take the fight to the French. do a cav rear charge over here. Yeah, my Rangers just got screwed up by a bunch of French light cav. Heir betrayed them with his poor skill. Alright, let's keep moving men to this flank. What is my artillery firing at? Whatever it is, it needs to stop. I'm probably going to hit my own men. I'm going to start pushing forces to the other side of the battlefield, because really right now the main French resistance is still over in this vicinity. Yeah, those French light cav smashed my Rangers. That's what I should have avoided over there, but did not. Let's see if we can just do a quick rear charge right here. I am starting to overwhelm the French in this vicinity, though. And I've got more reinforcements coming. And let's see, I've got even more men here that we can start pushing in that direction. Might as well. And more men who are no longer needed over here. Let's make sure that there's no French units coming back from routing over here. Now these guys are fleeing down to the shores. Enemy general was probably just killed. I know Washington wasn't in the line of fire, so we should be safe. Actually, let those guys open fire. See if we can destroy some of these French cavalry. Man, those French cav are all over me. And without bayonets, it's gonna take its toll. See if we can shoot some of it. That's the quickest way to kill the French cav. The bodyguard lost its general pretty, with quite a few men left, which kind of sucks for them, but don't really see me carrying. Is that another bodyguard over here? Yeah, there's another French bodyguard. They're getting reinforcements actually coming off of the map over here. So, oh, I forgot. They have a ton more troops coming. That's right, because they had huge reinforcements. It doesn't look like we can just capture the fort to win, since they sallied out against me. The other enemy general is now dead as well. So both enemy generals dead. And all troops in this vicinity are now routing. So I took some pretty big losses, actually. More than I should have. We've got enough men left to complete the fight. Plenty of ammo as well. Might relimber this artillery and see if we can get it moved into a better fighting position. Let's move General Washington over as well. I would really like to bottle up some of these French troops and destroy them as they come in to reinforce. It's a pretty crappy reinforcement point for them. Okay, all my men are moving into position. He's got so much cavalry. Recruiting a lot of colonial light cav, but it doesn't really have the numbers to take down all my line infantry. They're gonna wish they had more line infantry. At least I think they will. Yep, here comes some French cav. They'll actually get a little protection from the terrain here before it goes into combat with my men, but they will get shot. Yeah, they're not going to last long in that fight. They'll get a nice little charge, and then that'll be that. They're going to rout due to overwhelming numbers. There's a French artillery piece up on that hill. I wonder if it's worth risking Washington. Let's try it. Take Washington up after that artillery piece. Alright, all my guns are limbered. See if we can move my artillery up onto that hill. Get better line of fire. Looks like we just got charged by another French cav unit over here. I'm actually going to turn and shoot at the cav, just to help try and kill them quicker. I'll kill some of my own men, but the cav are kind of a big target. Probably at least as likely to hit the cav as I am some of my own men. But then again, talking about firing with a smoothbore musket. Though it did work out good for me there, looks like. Oh, don't shoot General Washington. In fact, Washington, why don't you come around over here? And the French just keep charging their cav into this single unit. They really want to kill that unit. So I'm just going to let my guys keep firing. And we're going to have to be careful that General Washington doesn't get engaged by one of those reinforcing light cav units that just keep coming onto the field over here. There is another unit of Marines. There goes the bodyguard unit. Their light cav getting destroyed. Whoa, they got a ton of light cav into my militia over here. Let's shoot it. I'm just gonna give fire orders. Wow, man, so much enemy light cav. Oh, don't charge them. I'm just gonna keep shooting all the light cav to death wherever possible. Okay, let's get up here and see if we can... Man, I don't know, there's so many colonial light cabs roaming around. I'm worried that General Washington will get killed. We are shooting their cav to death in both places though, so those units are fairly easy to kill. I am going to risk taking Washington out to take out that artillery piece though. Yeah, I mean their cav's taking its toll, but it's just not going to be enough. They don't have heavy cav and they're going to get pushed at. Let's keep our high position over here. Wow, even more French troops coming onto the battlefield. My 12-pounders slowly making their way up the hill. This is going to be a very long battle. Got another French cav unit here with 30 men. Quickly cut it down. The French artillery piece looks like it's running away from me. They see the inevitable happening, so I'm going to run them down. Their cav unit's gonna go down. Yeah, that artillery piece is moving pretty fast for foot artillery. Of course, they are going downhill. Oh, there's a whole bunch of French troops around, though. That's gonna be too risky. If I get into them, those regulars might turn around and shoot me. Speaking of, I'm gonna have to get one of my larger units and just melee charge them. Let's actually take these two guys up that hill. Dang it, the French force is gonna get in my way. Piece of crap. That's annoying. Well, that native irregular unit's taking its toll. We need to get into melee combat with them. Silence them. Golly. And the French just keep pouring on in droves here. We're gonna have to keep putting the pressure up. Their cavalry just continues these insane charges into my men, and I just keep having to try and shoot them down. Like I said, I'm worried to take General Washington ahead. Wow, look at that, just keep pouring onto the map. 2 more cav units. I forgot though, they had 2 pretty much full stack armies here, so let's get these guys into this structure, and then start fighting here. And let's get all these guys into melee over here and try and knock out those irregulars quickly. I just lost another unit. I am kind of slowly but surely losing units. Oh, shoot them. Wow. I mean, these guys just keep coming. Captured a building. Move up to here. So I've captured the building. The French troops may try and come in after me, but they're going to be taking quite a bit of flank fire. Let's move up this unit into a better position. These native irregulars are still alive. This unit's still alive. Native irregulars rout. Of course, there's another cav unit nearby. Okay, my artillery should finally be in position. Let's unlimber it. It's been a long battle. Good grief, just even more. French units just keep pouring onto the battlefield. And I got a little bit ahead of myself right here with these units. They're actually going to get killed. That's bad. We're going to need to push forward over here, though, as quickly as possible. We're going to need to push forward over here. Those French Marines just routed. So we're going to need to push forward there. And let's target my artillery on a relevant target. They have one of their own artillery units here. Let's see if we can kill it. Golly, there's another Native American irregular unit. We're running out of men, actually, at this point. Just taking some pretty severe losses. Those Native American irregulars came back to the fight. if I can get on the French flank here quickly, we might be able to just kind of get a chain route started. Just see if we can keep it rolling. Or these irregulars turned into face General Washington. I can't tell. This is a dangerous scenario with... I can't do it. We gotta keep him safe. I'm gonna get him killed. Heir's gonna be responsible for the death of the first US president. Oh wow, the French have more infantry over here than me, and it's better infantry. This was actually kind of a foolish position to get myself into. But we are breaking that Marine unit there. So if we hit these guys now, we should be able to take them down. We are concerned that the general's dead, and let's just charge these guys just to keep them pinned down. Golly, there's so many French units. We are destroying one of the French artillery pieces. Okay. Let's just see if we can get a chain route going. Come on, we need it bad. Okay, those Native American irregulars are fixed by my men now, so now we should finally be able to bring General Washington to bear over here. Safely, at least. No more French reinforcements at the moment. That doesn't mean there's not more. And we are starting to see a waver on that unit. And I can't tell what those French Marines are doing. Oh, hurry and rout, please. Okay, General Washington's about to get a clean run. Those guys are gone. I'm gonna go start shooting some of these French units over here. See if we can mop up some of this French cav. Get into the back of these guys. I don't know, folks. It's gonna be a Pyrrhic battle. If it's a battle that gets won at all. I'm gonna try and bring my men into that barn over there for a safe spot to fire. I've got General Washington, or Colonel Washington, whatever he is here. And I'm going to see if we can outflank and cause a rout there. Wow, we are losing men fast. Okay, sweet, we did get a rout started there. We need to get General Washington maybe into that fight. And these guys are getting shot from behind by my guys in the building. Ooh, actually that may not be a good place to get General Washington into. There's one big mass melee going on here in the center, and if I can rout just a few more French units, we should get this. I'm gonna bring these guys out of the building and just sandwich those French units there. Oh, I think Washington's under artillery fire. We gotta. Oh man, this is gonna be close. It's gonna be much, much closer than I want it to be. This fight right here was actually not a very good one to get into. There's a whole bunch of French troops there. But I can keep spraying the French with artillery fire. Oh, I just probably killed Washington with some of my own shots. But we need to get this artillery unit going. They're going to try and come get Washington. Oh, please don't get my general killed. We got to run. They're sending foot units, it looks like, to oppose me there. Okay, we pretty much killed that artillery unit. It's still alive, unfortunately. Let's see if we can just shoot these French units to death. I've got them under pretty heavy artillery fire. No, we lost another unit here, and there's another French unit that just came back from routing. Wow, we are in some serious trouble here, numbers-wise. I may lose this fight and have to come back with another army and finish it. Let's just keep the artillery fire up on the French units. try and get to their flank. Ah, I should have left those guys in the building where they would have been safe. I'm hitting some of my own men with my own artillery here. It's not what I want. Crap. I'm getting just cut down. All I've got left over here is colonial militia. I'm going to see if I can get lucky and actually rout those Native American irregulars. They didn't get shots off, which was good, but I don't have very many horsemen there. It may not be enough to win the fight. Oh, they're wavering. Please rout. I've only got this one unit here. I'm going to actually have to flee this particular fight. I wonder if I can extricate a few of these units. At least one. Oh, I'm taking flank fire, though. They're going to rout. Don't do it. Don't do it. Dang it. I think in the end I'm going to end up losing this because I took all my men up there. Well, I still have Washington and I still have, like, unlimited artillery ammunition. Though, undoubtedly, it would take me a very long time if I could kill all these French units to do so. But, I mean, I just got into way too many melees here. I should have kept up my idea about bottlenecking the French. I don't know why I was in such a hurry there. That unit might come back, though. And I'm going to take Washington back over to... Oh, the artillery. Actually, I might just... Actually, I think I'm just going to withdraw from this fight. Wow, talk about an epic battle. And there were just more French here, and I should have played that better. I'm just going to withdraw all my units from the fight. We'll let them have this, and I'll just regroup and come back for more. No, you were really meant to withdraw from the fight there, Washington. Let's quit the battle. See what happens here. Wow, that was one bloody fight. I mean, the French took a lot more losses than me. I should have just kept my defensive position, though. I don't know what I got in a hurry for and started moving towards the French reinforcements. That was my problem. We did kill 3,100 French, but they had more men and just overwhelmed me by numbers. Though we did get away alive. I wonder if we can continue to retreat. We cannot. So, Washington's actually going to get killed here because of me.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Victory. What? Take that. Another victory. Again, don't see how that's possible, but hey, whatever. How did they get to come at me twice?
Victory!
Wow, another victory. Is there any more French units there that I should be aware of? Really not sure how Washington's alive here. He obviously has some kind of mystical powers that are beyond my ability to explain. There's that French fort is in my way again. So I have to attack it, and then I can move through it.
Forward! Ready and waiting.
I want to get away from the French, though, and I'm going to start recruiting some troops here. Let's get some line infantry. Alright, we're going to have to end the turn. I do want to finish this. I know this has been a particularly long episode, but it's been a while since I've played this campaign, so it won't hurt me to give you a long episode. Get things taken care of while I can be on here.
Sir.
And then let's, of course, retrain the units that we have in this army.
Yes, sir.
And got our line infantry coming. I'm just going to tank up on line infantry. I don't need any of that light infantry. These guys were good, but they're a weakness when it comes to cav.
Any further orders? Make camp. Forward.
Okay. And let's see if our navy is completely healed. It is. Let's start sailing back that direction.
Ready for orders.
Washington gathers his forces. I'm going to get a couple more cav units this time, too, for performing rear charges.
Waiting for your order. Harvesting supplies.
The French are going to have the ability to recoup all other men, though, as well. Don't know if they will. But I will go see if it's not a port, so I actually can't blockade them. But we'll keep an eye on them.
Sir. Army. Troops. Halt. Forward. March.
Okay. Really going to tank up heavy on line infantry here. Let's just keep recruiting it.
Maneuvers complete. Army foraging supply. And anything more?
Alright.
Setting up camp.
Looks like we're getting plenty of men together.
Forward. For
Yeah, we've got a lot of line infantry and several more units coming. I'm going to get a couple more cav units too. If I have a lot of line and a lot of cav, I should be able to really decimate enemy ranks, because I can fire from the front, charge from the rear, or melee charge with infantry and then charge from the rear with cav too.
gathering supply. March.
We can still handle 4 more units, and I've got a ton of line units, so
Waiting for your order. Harvesting supply. Troops.
just keep going until we get all of my men together here.
Forward.
We can handle 2 more units, and it looks like I've got them coming.
Any further orders? Gathering supplies. Troops.
Okay, General Washington is back up to full strength, and I even have a few more
Ready for order.
cavalrymen in reserve. I'll bring them with me, but let's go ahead and head back up here and make our way back to assault the French. They actually have a ton of troops again. Let's actually promote this guy to a general, and then let's recruit some troops for him too. Just gonna keep ending turns here quickly and get his little army together. That way Washington's got reinforcements so that we can't get outweighed by French numbers again.
Country. Troops. Anything more? Foraging supply.
And since I've spent so much time fighting the first battle, I'm
Setting up camp.
not sure. It's going to take me a long time to do this other one too. So sorry for the length of the episode, though some of you may not really be upset by such a thing.
March. Further orders.
Okay, so here we go. Here we go.
And
Come on, men. Get it together.
army. Halt. Waiting further orders.
Okay.
Forward. Foraging supplies. Make ready. Anything more?
Alright.
Any further orders?
I know this part seems a little bit repetitive, but quickest way to get this done.
Maneuvers complete. March. Any further orders? Gathering supply.
Huh. I'm gonna go bankrupt, actually. I've got too many forces. I think I'm losing money faster than I'm gaining it. Let's see what happens. Bankruptcy imminent, probably. Yeah. Alright, well, we're gonna have to disband a bunch of my troops.
Sir, your orders?
Still bankruptcy imminent. Oh, you know what? We could disband my navy. That's gonna be where most of my upkeep's at. There we go. That ought to handle my little income problem. And I'm gonna bring these guys as reinforcements.
More orders?
Bankruptcy is no longer imminent.
Yes, my lord. Sir.
And move on through.
Further orders. Sir. Forward.
Alright.
Yes, my lord. March. Forward. March. Ready for order. Onward. Any further orders?
Let's go ahead and end this turn so that both my armies can move in together.
At the ready.
Alright.
Can't do that, General.
Holy crap, if it's possible, the French have even more troops this time. Wow.
Make ready.
That's insane.
March. Sir.
That is utterly insane. And again, a ton of light cavalry. Like, just absolute crap ton of light cavalry. Fair number of line too. Well, they have 3
Yes,
stacks of units here. That is huge. So I think I'm going to actually start maybe calling in a few troops of my own, though I don't have a whole lot of money actually right now.
All hands
They
on
came after my
deck!
smaller force with one of their large forces. So, kind of funny trying to hit me that way. They've got all of these reinforcing troops. I guess we're going to try this again. Actually, you know what? I really should save this for next time because I don't have time to fight this out. So next time, I guess we'll fight it out for Arcadia. Another huge battle impending because this episode's already an hour long, and that would just be insane for me to keep going. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. Kind of a weird episode here, ending as far as that goes, but man, a huge bunch of fights. Unfortunately, I really just should have held my defensive position, and I would have won that one. That was stupid. Oh well, I'll get to pay for it later. HeirofCarthage, signing off for now.